come in.
Where other prime ministers were often seen in hard hats, this one is more likely to be in a lab coat. So Boris Johnson today was at the National Institute for Biological Standards, saying it is still looking good for the next round of unlocking on July the 19th, but when it came to the Delta variant, he was still extremely cautious.
It is sadly going up still. It's going up by about 30% a week in cases. Hospitalizations up by roughly the same amount, and so sadly ICU admissions into intensive care. So we've got to be cautious, but we'll be following the data the whole time.
A view supported by this immunologist.
I'd like to see us sort of erring on the side of caution, hoping for the best for July 19th, but continuing to look at the data and see how it goes.
So this isn't the time to be easing up?
Definitely not the time to be easing up, the time to be looking as hard as we can at the data and seeing how it looks.
But the pressure is growing for some kind of relaxation, maybe on foreign travel, especially to countries on the amber list, like Spain. Between the 20th of May and the 9th of June, there were 23,465 people tested for COVID on arrival in England from an amber list country. Of those, 89 are recorded as positive. That's around 1 in 263.
We need to look at the rules around quarantine. We need to look at the rules around testing. We need to look to see if people who are vaccinated, particularly those who are double vaccinated, and if that gives extra protection, can some of those existing restrictions be relaxed to take account of people who have had the double vaccination?
The Prime Minister confirmed the government is examining how rules could be relaxed in general for those double vaccinated, but on summer travel, he sounded pretty downbeat.
But I want to stress that this is going to be, whatever happens, a difficult year for travel. There will be hassle, there will be delays, I'm afraid, because the priority has got to be to keep the country safe and to stop the virus coming back in.
And he said it could be a rough winter. Science may be pointing us towards the exit from this pandemic, but he doesn't think we are there yet.
Let's cross now to Andy, who joins us from Westminster. Andy, a mix of good and bad news, I suppose, but some concern today about cases.
Yes, Sean, the good news first is that the Prime Minister is still saying it's looking good for July the 19th, the new terminus date, as he calls it. He also confirmed that they are actively running pilots about what could be done to relax restrictions on people who've been jabbed twice. The bad news, though, is that we've now had a third day in a row of more than 10,000 cases. That's back to levels last seen in mid-February. And also, coming after a weekend when you normally expect a bit of a dip, that is ringing some alarm bells. And that is the background of concern to what is happening at the moment. That is why we're not expecting any big decisions on quick relaxations. Very much, as the Prime Minister has said, we are in a situation where they are having a cold, hard look at the data. And at the moment, the data is causing them concern. And they're going to have to look at this for a bit longer before they feel confident enough to say, we're pressing ahead, the decisions are all made, we are coming out of this.